The world between worlds is a concept introduced in the animated series Star Wars Rebels, forever altering the way fans understand the Star Wars timeline and its intricate lore. Prior to its introduction, the galaxy far, far away operated on a relatively linear timeline, with the cyclical nature of events forming the core of its mythos. However, the world between worlds brought a new dimension to the narrative, a realm outside of time and space, where past, present, and future moments intersect. This concept not only expanded the possibilities within Star Wars storytelling, but also sparked debates about the implications of time travel in a universe that previously adhered to a strict cause and effect logic. The idea was first presented in the episode A World Between Worlds, where Ezra Bridger, a key figure in the Rebel Alliance, finds himself within this mysterious plane. Access to the world between worlds is achieved through a portal located in an ancient Jedi temple on the planet Lothal. The portal is adorned with artwork of the Mortis gods, the Father, the Son, and the Daughter figures, who themselves represent a balance of the Force. These motifs hint at the profound connection between the Force and the temporal mechanics of the world between worlds. Once inside, Ezra discovers an expanse filled with pathways and doorways leading to various moments in time, each represented as swirling windows of light and sound. This moment in Star Wars lore served as a dramatic shift in how time and events could be perceived. Ezra's journey within the world between worlds revealed a staggering truth: individuals with access to this realm could potentially alter the timeline. This revelation came when Ezra heard voices from different points in Star Wars history, including dialogue from characters like Yoda, Anakin Skywalker, and Rey. These auditory glimpses underscored the interconnectedness of all events in the galaxy, suggesting that the Force binds not only individuals and actions but also time itself. One of the most pivotal moments occurs when Ezra encounters a specific portal, showing the climactic battle between Ahsoka Tano and Darth Vader. This duel took place in the second season finale of Star Wars Rebels and concluded ambiguously, leaving Ahsoka's fate uncertain. Through the world between worlds, Ezra reaches into this moment and pulls Ahsoka to safety, rescuing her from what would have likely been her death at Vader's hands. This act marks the first clear instance of time manipulation within the Star Wars canon. Ahsoka's survival not only impacts her journey but also raises questions about the ethical ramifications of altering significant events. The consequences of Ezra's intervention are profound. By saving Ahsoka, he demonstrates that the world between worlds is not merely a place of observation but a tool for changing destiny. This revelation adds layers of complexity to the Star Wars narrative. Previously, the saga's central theme revolved around characters confronting their destinies, often shaped by their choices and the will of the Force. The world between worlds suggests that fate may not be as immutable as once believed. It implies that some moments in the timeline can be revisited and potentially rewritten, though at great risk. Palpatine, the Sith Lord and Emperor of the Galactic Empire, is also aware of the world between worlds and its potential power. His knowledge of this realm adds a sinister dimension to its existence. In Rebels, Palpatine seeks to access the portal to manipulate events across time, consolidating his control over the galaxy. His pursuit of this power reflects the dark side's relentless desire to dominate not only the physical realm but also the fabric of reality itself. Palpatine's involvement highlights the danger inherent in such a power falling into the wrong hands. The implications of his success would be catastrophic, as he could rewrite history to serve his own ends, erasing resistance and ensuring the eternal reign of the Sith. The introduction of time travel through the world between worlds has generated significant discussion among fans and scholars of Star Wars. One of the primary concerns is that time manipulation could undermine the weight of pivotal events in the saga. Moments like Anakin Skywalker's fall to the dark side, Luke Skywalker's confrontation with Darth Vader, and even the destruction of the Death Star carry immense narrative significance. They shape the galaxy and define the journey of its heroes and villains. If such moments could be altered or undone, it risks diminishing their impact, creating a scenario where the stakes of any event are reduced because they are no longer final. However, the creators of Star Wars Rebels, particularly Dave Filoni, have taken a measured approach to this concept. They have emphasized that the world between worlds is not a mechanism for unrestricted time travel, but a narrative device used sparingly and with specific purpose. Its introduction serves to expand the mythology rather than rewrite it. In Ezra's case, his actions in the world between worlds are driven by compassion and a desire to save his mentor, yet even he grapples with the consequences of such power. When faced with the possibility of saving his own master, Canon, Ezra ultimately refrains. He recognizes that pulling Canon from his moment of sacrifice would result in the deaths of his friends and disrupt the course of events that ultimately lead to Lothal's liberation. This moment of restraint reinforces a crucial aspect of Star Wars storytelling: the acceptance of loss and the necessity of self-sacrifice. Despite the tantalizing prospect of changing the past, the characters are reminded that some events must remain fixed. The world between worlds does not function as a loophole for undoing tragedy, but as a space for reflection on the choices made and their ripple effects across time. This balance ensures that the weight of Star Wars' central themes, hope, redemption, and the fight against tyranny, remains intact. Moreover, the visual and auditory design of the world between worlds further emphasizes its role as a nexus of the Force. The swirling portals and echoing voices create an ethereal atmosphere, symbolizing the interconnected nature of all life and events. This portrayal aligns with the teachings of the Jedi, who view the Force as an omnipresent energy binding the galaxy together. The world between worlds is thus a manifestation of the Force's timeless quality, allowing select individuals to glimpse its broader tapestry. The concept also deepens the lore surrounding the Jedi and Sith's understanding of the Force. Ancient cultures within the Star Wars universe, such as the builders of the Lothal Temple, had a profound grasp of the Force's mysteries. Their knowledge extended beyond the conventional teachings of the Jedi Order, exploring dimensions of existence that modern Force users could scarcely comprehend. This adds a layer of historical depth to the Star Wars mythos, suggesting that the galaxy's past holds secrets and powers long forgotten. Despite its potential for narrative complexity, the world between worlds remains a contentious addition to Star Wars canon. Critics argue that its existence introduces a level of unpredictability that could conflict with established continuity. The very idea of time travel challenges the linear progression of the saga, where actions have consequences that unfold naturally over time. If characters can revisit and alter key moments, it risks creating paradoxes and inconsistencies that undermine the story's coherence. Yet others see the world between worlds as a bold evolution of the Star Wars mythos. It opens new avenues for storytelling, allowing creators to explore what-if scenarios and alternate outcomes without necessarily disrupting the main timeline. This flexibility provides opportunities to delve deeper into character arcs and pivotal events, enriching the overall narrative tapestry. In this sense, the world between worlds becomes a tool for enhancing the saga's themes rather than diminishing them. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of the world between worlds is its potential for future storytelling. While its introduction in Rebels was relatively contained, the implications of its existence could ripple across other Star Wars media. Fans have speculated about its role in upcoming projects, such as the live-action Ahsoka series, where the titular character's connection to the world between worlds may further explore its mysteries. As the Star Wars universe continues to expand, the world between worlds stands as a testament to the franchise's willingness to push boundaries and redefine its own narrative framework. Through the lens of the world between worlds, time in the Star Wars galaxy is revealed not as a straight path, but as a web of interwoven moments. This profound shift in perspective invites viewers to reconsider the nature of destiny, agency, and the Force itself. In doing so, it solidifies Star Wars' place as a dynamic and ever-evolving mythos, capable of surprising and inspiring its audience across generations. The world between worlds has undeniably altered the fabric of Star Wars lore, introducing a mechanism by which characters can perceive and, in rare cases, intervene in critical moments across time. Its impact on the franchise is profound, offering both creative opportunities and cautionary lessons. However, its true potential lies not in becoming a narrative shortcut, but in deepening the thematic resonance of the saga. It forces characters and audiences alike to confront the fragile balance between fate and free will, reinforcing that some events, no matter how painful, must unfold as they do to preserve the integrity of the galaxy's history. At the heart of this exploration is the enigmatic presence of the Mortis gods, the Father, the Son, and the Daughter. These entities, first introduced in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, represent different aspects of the Force: the balance, the dark side, and the light side, respectively. Their symbolic and literal connections to the Force make them central figures in understanding the world between worlds. The temple on Lothal, whose gateway leads to the world between worlds, is adorned with murals of the Mortis gods. Their inclusion suggests that these ancient beings are intricately linked to the realm, possibly even its guardians or creators. The Father, who embodies balance, could symbolize the necessity of restraint and wisdom when wielding such power. The Daughter, representing the light side, might align with the notion of selfless intervention, such as Ezra's act of saving Ahsoka. Conversely, the Son, a figure of corruption and ambition, mirrors the danger of exploiting the world between worlds for selfish or destructive purposes, as exemplified by Palpatine's intentions. The Mortis gods themselves are a metaphor for the eternal struggle between the light and dark sides of the Force. Their connection to the world between worlds suggests that this struggle extends beyond the physical realm and into the very fabric of time. Just as the Father sought to maintain balance between his children, the world between worlds may serve as a cosmic tool to ensure that balance is preserved across the galaxy's history. It is no coincidence that the portal's activation requires an understanding of balance and harmony, qualities central to the Jedi philosophy and the teachings of the Mortis gods. If future Star Wars stories delve deeper into the world between worlds, it is likely that the Mortis gods will play a more prominent role in guiding or influencing those who access it. Their presence raises compelling questions. Are they the ultimate arbiters of fate, ensuring that time flows as intended? Do they intervene when the balance is threatened, using the world between worlds as a mechanism to correct cosmic anomalies? Or are they merely observers, leaving the difficult choices to those who walk the galaxy, like Ezra and Ahsoka? The potential involvement of the Mortis gods adds another layer of mythological depth to the Star Wars universe. Their roles could be expanded to explore how the Force itself perceives time and destiny. Such a narrative could reveal whether the world between worlds is a natural extension of the Force or an artificial construct designed by ancient beings to safeguard the galaxy's temporal integrity. These possibilities enrich the saga, blending its science fiction elements with its mythic underpinnings. Ultimately, the world between worlds is a testament to the enduring versatility of Star Wars storytelling. It challenges traditional notions of time and causality while reaffirming the franchise's core themes of hope, sacrifice, and the ongoing battle between light and dark. Its connection to the Mortis gods anchors it within the spiritual framework of the Force, providing a thematic cohesion that aligns with the broader saga. As Star Wars continues to evolve, the world between worlds and the Mortis gods offer fertile ground for exploring the mysteries of the galaxy, ensuring that its stories remain as timeless as the Force itself.